Hello, fellow member. This video is to help you in the process of building your personal website. So once you've logged into the Phello platform, on the left side of the screen you have your main navigation. The first thing that we want to go into is your user settings. If you go under personal information, you'll see at the bottom right hand corner is your web page name. So this is your actual address that you will use to get to your personal website. You can modify this name. Now just remember that whatever modification you make, we can't have duplicates within the Phello platform, so it will check to see if that name's available. We will always recommend that keep it relevant to your name, but this is where you can change and modify your personal website. So let's go to the personal website tab. You have a couple choices here. When you launch your website, you'll be able to view it from here. And this is where we actually can create and edit the website. So if we select the launch button, it'll open another tab. And here is a blank website. You'll first see up here where it says Phelps member, CEO at Phello. This will actually be your name. It's grabbed from the way you've logged into the Phello platform. But this, of course, is all modifiable. But let's start up at the right-hand part of the screen here. So you have a question mark, and of course you see question marks all throughout the Phello platform that gives you advice. You're always welcome to select them, and they'll give you an actual little bit of a tidbit of help. Every single screen will have one. If we select the cog here, you have two important parts of this settings, and you're going to see this is going to grow over time. But today, here's the actual web address. You're welcome to copy it and use it into your emails. Again, highly recommending that you start to add this to all of your signature files and how you email to your contacts to give them a chance to come to get to know you a little bit better. But also you'll have a choice to make your website public or private. What that means is public means the search tools, Google, Yahoo, Bing, you can search your website. So if somebody puts your name in, it's a searchable website. Or you can make it private, which means the only way someone can get access to your website is by you providing them the link. There's no right or wrong answer for it. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. The image. So this is the background. So this is where you're going to go in here and you're going to determine what do you want the background of your personal website to be. This is really important. It tells us the story of you, what you're all about. This is going to be there and show throughout the entire website. But this is really a picture that can influence what people get to know you and how they get to know you. So, for example, we'll select a JPEG. There's a couple choices of pictures that you can put in from JPEGs or GIFs. Just the key factor here is to make sure that you're between 1,000 and 2,000 pixels, and 80% of websites are still viewed through desktop, so you want to make sure you have a landscape photo and keep it under 40 megabytes. Once you import your image here, you can choose how you want it to look. They'll give you a couple selections of the way it's going to look, both vertical and horizontal. You can actually maneuver the picture and crop it to the size that you want to get the photo that you want, and then you can save it. And it'll upload the image, and there's your background. Now if you go back in and you select the select background image button again, it actually brings it back up again. So you can still modify it and crop it and make some modifications right here. Just remember, once you get out of this edit screen and you go off to do something in your day and you come back to it, it's not going to allow you to crop or modify this picture again. You'll have to import it in again if you want to make some changes. So just realize that this is the time to play with it while you're importing it in. I always recommend that at some point when you publish this that you check it on all your devices to make sure it looks good. The three other buttons up here, save, revert, and publish. So save, you don't have to build this entire website all at one time. You can make changes and edit. As you edit it, you can save it. It won't show to the public until you officially publish the website. What the revert, if you ever make a change at some point and you're not happy with that change, you can hit the revert button and it comes back to the most latest published version of your website, just to give you an easy way to get back to the most current published version of your website. Over on the left side here, you'll see pencils that allows you to edit. So you can edit your name. This is your title in the company you work at today. Make sure you're descriptive on a title so people truly understand who you are and what your role is. The I means that you now want to preview it. Career accomplishments, again, it's just like a Word version, or using Microsoft Word. You have the ability to bullets and bold and italic and make it look nice. Just remember, this is an HTML version of your website, so making it clear and simple and easy to get through is important for your audience. We have the ability to help you with this. Remember, every facet from your pictures or from anything you're writing in here, our membership and our marketing teams will help you with what to say, how to create it, and give you some advice. Education, add all of your schools and all the bachelors and masters and PhDs and MBAs. Go get your college logo. You can typically save them when you go to the website. You can just do image searches, so you can crop those pictures and add them in. And of course, add as much education as possible. Experience. The key here is the chronological order of your background. This focuses on the jobs that you've worked at. Make sure the dates make sense and they add up in that chronological order. You're going to add one company and then you're going to add multiple jobs underneath that company. And this allows you to, when you actually launch the website, you're going to see it's going to be easy for your contacts to collapse jobs in companies and open and close. So you can add new companies, you can add old companies. Inside of a company, you can add a new job, or you can add an old job. The key is making sure your dates make sense and they add up. Also, adding a web address in there so they have a link to go look at the company you work for. If they want to get some more background about the company that you work for, is also very important. Again, our membership team can help you and marketing teams can help you. You provide us the information, we'll give you some feedback on what you're putting up in writing, within your work experience. Insight is really the most time-consuming part. This is really where it's getting into who you are and what you're all about and what's your story. First, you want to put a portrait up there. Allows people to get a glance of what you look like. And then the questions. You have a couple choices here. You can add a question. We have a choice of them. You can write your own question. You have to do a minimum of 4 questions. You can do up to 6 questions, so you can add more questions. But this is something that's important that you want to spend a little time on. It really gives your network and your contacts an opportunity to get a little bit more than just your work history. And this is the goal of Phello platform, is to grow and develop and really have a chance to educate your audience on your story of your life, both professionally and personally. Again, as you answer questions here, feel free to work with the membership and marketing team within Phello, and we can give you advice on the answers of your questions and how they sound. The last thing is really the contact information. Do you want to show your contact info, or do you want to have a contact form? It really comes down to privacy on your end and how public you want to be. If you're just communicating with your network, which is most of the case, providing your contact information is something that we would recommend. But there really isn't there's no wrong or right reason, or from how you present this, whatever you feel comfortable. We want you to have choices of public or private. But as you go through this process, once you make any modifications and changes, make sure you save it. Once you save it, it's there. And again, until you want to publish it, just keep saving it. When you feel good about it, you publish it. Then you can actually search and bring up that link, this link here, and your website will now be live so for people to see. So again, as you go through this process, keep this fellow marketing team engaged, and we'll help you and provide you as much information as we can. Any questions, feel free to reach out to us, and good luck.